In a stunning moment that Republicans never saw coming, Senator Cory Booker zeroes in on Pam Bondi and tears apart her shifting story about the Epstein files. What begins as routine questioning explodes into a direct challenge to the DOJ's credibility, and suddenly, Bondi is trapped between her own words and the truth. This is the moment everything turns.
98. Say aye.
Mr. Grassley? Mr. Grassley?
Where?
I'm sorry, I was trying to be recognized.
Go ahead.
Yes. First of all, I want to express at the top a lot of frustration that the DOJ is scraping money back from some states. I've made this point multiple times, but it's very frustrating to me that my state is being denied these type of grants while other states are. We're seeing a big frustration across New Jersey that very thoughtful grants that could be saving lives and being substantively helpful are being denied. And with that frustration, I want to call up an amendment. I'd like to call up my amendment number ALL 25698. Mr. Chairman, this amendment would allow S1098 to take effect on the date when the Attorney General makes public all unclassified files, flight logs, correspondence, and evidence related to Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, and their associates. The Department of Justice, we know clearly, has lied to the American people one way or another. Attorney General Bondi said that there were truckloads of evidence from the Epstein files and the Epstein list, leading people to believe that there was criminal activity that they had evidence of. I know Bovee, who we're talking about, was part of this. We found out yesterday that the president is mentioned several times in the Epstein files, and he was briefed on it back in May when he said he was not told that. Then in July, suddenly the DOJ and the FBI said there was nothing additional to disclose. So what's the lie? That there are truckloads of evidence and this DOJ is protecting those associates with this horrific crime? That Mr. Bovee, a Third Circuit nominee, is part of that cover-up? Or is the lie that there is nothing there at all? Let's just find out. This is simply asking for disclosure and transparency, and I'd like to offer that amendment.
Mr. Chair, parliamentary inquiry, Mr. Chair, down here. Yeah.
Cory Booker didn't just ask questions. He walked straight into the contradictions that Pam Bondi and the GOP have been hiding behind for months. He called out the obvious. Republicans can't keep shifting their narrative about the Epstein files and expect the public not to notice. Booker lays out the timeline clearly. Bondi talks about truckloads of evidence. DOJ officials claim there's nothing there. Trump insists he was never briefed, even though records show he was. Booker forces the room to confront the simple truth. These stories cannot all be true. Someone is lying. And that's exactly where the GOP begins to unravel. Booker strips away the talking points, the deflections, the political theater, and demands the one thing Republicans fear the most: transparency. Because if the Epstein files reveal what many suspect, powerful conservative allies, donors, and even Trump himself entangled in something deeply disturbing, then their entire narrative collapses. Booker's amendment wasn't just symbolic. It was a challenge to the Republican strategy of hiding behind confusion, secrecy, and half-truths. His message was unmistakable. If you believe your own claims, prove them. Release the files. And in that moment, with the pressure on and the facts closing in, Bondi couldn't defend her own statements because the GOP's story doesn't add up. This wasn't just a clash. It was Booker exposing the cracks in the entire Republican operation.